We're going to check out some of the trails today. Down here at the dam area, over here by the Firewood kiosk station. Get my words out here right in a minute. But going across the dam here is a little trail. It's an intuitive trail, and it's called the Solar Walk. And yeah, it gives you some information on the different planets and a scale as to each foot that you walk is how many miles. Kind of a ratio between the planets. So yeah, it's pretty informational, and it goes all the way across the dam to the other side, and it's roughly 0.5 miles across there. So it is a good little walk. And of course, you know, if you're parked over here, you're going to walk all the way back. So you're roughly walking almost a mile across there. But, you know, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. But yeah, they got intuitive signs across here along the path for you to check out, and gives you some information. Of course, the lake is right there where you can do some fishing. And let's walk over here, because this is actually the trail, well, this end of the trail, other than the Solar Walk there, that'll you can start here and, you know, hike back up here alongside the lake, and then it'll cut off through the wooded area. Let's get down here and look at the board and get a little information on it. Of course, they give a little sign here for your fish, what fish are in the park or in the lake, as well as your limitations. You know, how many you can catch. If there's any certain length they have to be, you know, that information will be here. Anyways, this is a map. Of course, when you come into the park, be sure you ask for a trail map as well as a park map, and it'll give you all information on there and help you navigate around the park where you know where you're going. Anyways, we are right here. That's the Solar Walk across there, and these are the wolf pen trails. And at this end, you'll go 0.8 miles to where you get up here to the other section of the other. So basically, you're here and you're going to hike all the way up around this trail, all the way to this point. There's another parking area here, but the road, you know, to the park comes on around, and of course it goes back into the trailer campsites, as well as the trail to the primitive campsites. But anyways, you'll hike this trail, and like I say, it's 0.8 miles, and you'll get up to this point. Of course, we'll go up there in just a second, and then you can hike, it'll cross the road, and you'll hike on back up in a little ways, and you'll pick up the other two trails. The Wolf Pen Blue Trail, which comes all the way down around, and it's 2 miles, or you can go on up a little bit further and pick up the Red Trail, and it is 1.2 miles, which it'll go up all the way around back. It does run across the borderline back up in here, and of course down through here, where you will see like farmland, you know, private land. But yeah, these are nice trails, but we will show you a little bit of the trail, what it looks like. And of course, there's another board here that gives a little bit information, programs that they have here in the park. You know, always check, if you're coming to the park, check to see if they have any type of events going on, like either bird watching or hiking a trail with a ranger, stargazing. You know, they have different events here, so, you know, check with that. But yeah, this is the Wolf Pen Trail, and yeah, we're gonna walk back up in here a little ways and kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. Try to keep my camera steady as I can. It's kind of hard holding the camera and walking. It's kind of shakes around a little bit, but of course there are a lot of fishermen out there on the lake this morning. I don't know, it seems like every time I fish, I'm not catching anything, but I sure am feeding them. Yeah. My grandson, he'll catch stuff, but me, no. I guess they don't like me or something, you know. But I remember when I was a kid, I used to catch a bunch of them, but I don't know. It's fun anyways, get to sit out there and try your skill at catching fish, but I'm not having much luck anymore. So, anyways. A lot of birds. Yeah, hiking these trails, you never know when you're going to come across some wildlife. Ooh, that was a drop off. Yeah, pay attention where you're walking. You're looking out around, you know, at the scenery. But yeah, you better watch where you're walking too, because you might trip over one of the roots that are sticking up out of the ground. Yeah. Yeah, there you're starting to go off into the woods, so you'll hike back in that direction and it'll take you up to that other section where we're going to go check out here in just a minute. So yeah, it is beautiful, peaceful, quiet. That's the way we just come across. And of course this here is for the park use, for them to get their old RTVs down through here. I guess if they got to come back down in and do any maintenance on the trails, or you know, keeping the paths clear so everybody can enjoy them when they go hiking. So let's go check out up here at the next stop where this trail comes out and crosses over the road to go to the other two. Yeah, hiking the Wolf Pen Trail, like I say, it's 0.8 miles. We would be coming from that way, from the dam. And yeah, we'll come on up through here to get to the other parking area where you'll cross the road and go on up into the red and blue trails. So these are hiking and biking trails. The only one is just a hiking trail only is the Beaver Slide Trail going back into the primitive. Can't take no bikes on that trail. But all the rest of them, yeah, you can ride your bike or walk, whichever you prefer. But like I say, watch where you're walking, because you will come across roots that are sticking up out of the ground. And if you're kind of looking off out through the woods to see if you can see any wildlife or see some interesting things, you might trip over one of those roots. So kind of pay attention where you're walking. I always like to walk a little bit and pay attention where I'm walking, and I'll stop and kind of look around. So that works a little bit better for me. Although it probably would make some pretty good content if I tripped over one of them and hit the ground. I mean, I'd probably have to laugh at it. But no, I don't want to do that today. Alright, here is the road area for the other two trails. Of course, they got parking area here for you. But if you cross over the road and go back up in that direction, which we'll hike back up in there and kind of get a look at those two trails. But that's the red trail and the blue trail. Red trail is 1.2 miles, the blue trail is 2 miles. So yeah, we'll walk back up that way and kind of take a look at it. But we're going to walk over here first and look at the board over here. They do have these trails, you know, well marked, so you know where you're going, which trail you're on. But they also will have signs here at each little parking area where the trails begin. And let's see if I can get in here close. We were right down here just a little bit ago. That's the green trail down here by the dam in the parking area here, and hiked all the way back up through here. And yeah, we came out at this point here, right here where we're at now. You'll cross over the road, and then, like I say, you'll go back up in. You'll hit the blue trail, and on up, you'll hit the red trail. So, yeah. But yeah, let's go take a hike back up here and see what the trails are like. Give you kind of an idea, and of course, they'll have other information on the board. You know, biking responsibilities, trail safety, and yeah, they do have the feral pigs in the park here. And headquarters kind of says, you know, if you see one out here on the trails, to let them know. I think they're trying to capture them and either move them to a different area, or not really sure, but they are kind of destructive in these parks. They like to tear things up. So yeah, if you see one out here, let the park know. Alright, go hike back up in here a little ways, probably to the splits of the two trails. I'm not going to walk the whole trail, but yeah, you can go to my channel, The Camper Life with Tim, and check out some of the videos of the trails. They're pretty much going to show the whole trail hike, so it kind of gives you an idea if you're riding a bike or just hiking, you know, what it's like back in there. But we're going to walk back up in here a little ways and film just a little bit of it. But yeah, if you want to see more, check out my channel, Purtis Creek State Park Trail Hikes, and yeah, it'll show you a lot more. Anyways, we're here at the red trail, the blue trail, and yeah, we're going to walk back up in here a little ways. It's probably maybe a quarter of a mile, maybe not quite that far, but yeah, we'll walk up here a little ways and check it out. Yeah, getting ready to hike back up through here, and happened to see a couple deer right there when I was doing some filming. Well, out here by the trails, and actually see a couple deer back here where I'm at, where I was doing a little video, and hard keeping the camera still, or my phone actually. But yeah, there's a deer right there. I don't know where the other one's at. It was right back there also, but it's probably not too far away. It's kind of hidden. Well, it looks like it's maybe right underneath of it. If you see, that might be the same one. I can't tell. Yeah, yeah. She just stayed there, just kind of looking at us, checking us out. Yeah, I'm taking the video of you. Pretty cool. And I'll get to meet somebody along the trail, doing some hiking. Well, who's getting the exercise, you or her?
Well, he's pulling me along.
Oh, he's pulling you along? Keeps you moving?
He saw some deer back there, so he got all excited.
Yeah, I just was doing a little filming right there where I was parked, doing a little intro to the trails back here. There was a couple of them right there just staring at me, so I was able to get some of those on
Which path
on
are you
video.
going to take this morning?
Pardon?
Are you going to go down the path?
Well, I've been on all the paths here.
So the back of this one,
The blue trail?
yeah, there was 4 bucks back there, and then walked a little bit further, and as I got closer to coming off the blue trail, there was a few doe there, so
Yeah.
they're out and
Yeah,
about.
they're definitely out here. Have a good day.
You too. Have a blessed day.
Yeah. Awesome. Hike the trail early in the morning. you might get to see some wildlife, some deer out here running around. Just talking with him, and he said he's back there on the Blue Trail, and I guess back here pretty much by the junction, and you know, seen a few more back here, so they're out this morning. We're coming up on the first junction here of the Blue Trail. If you go off to the left here, you'll be going clockwise around the loop. You got a bench here that you can kind of take a break on, but yeah, you go back up that way, you'll be on the Blue Trail going that way. They do have these trails pretty well marked, you know, with a blue pole and arrow pointing the direction. And then of course here it's got the green trail, arrows pointing where you can go back out. It'll give you a sign there that says exit that way. Or you can walk back up in a little bit further and pick up the blue and the red trail. And yeah, that's where we're going to go. On back up a little bit further. Definitely hear the birds out singing this morning too. There's a little deer right back in there. I see. Just kind of standing there. See if we can get up a little bit closer, maybe get a better view of her without scaring her off. He's just standing there. There she goes. Spooked her. Yeah, they are out this morning. She looks like a pretty young one, but kind of by herself. I don't see the mama or any other ones around. I'm sure she's probably close by. Anyway, still hiking back up the trail here. Alright, we are coming up on the junction of the other end of the Blue Trail and the Red Trail. Like I say, it is a little walk back in here to get to this spot where the Red Trail is located. But we were at a little bit ago, right there at the Blue Trail, it went off to the left. Alright, here's where it will come out. It will come out right through there, and that is a 2.1 mile trail, I believe, or 2-mile trail. Yeah, it'll also give you a side exit to go that way if you're done hiking. That is the red trail going clockwise, and that's counterclockwise. And that's the way we just came. And like I say, they do have these trails pretty well marked. The red trail, either go straight or go off to the right. The blue trail, it'll say go off to the left here. And yeah, beauty berries are starting to bloom. I'm starting to see some purple berries on these bushes now. So yeah, won't be much longer. These trails are going to be real colorful with beauty berries. Yeah, hike these trails here at Purtis Creek Park. There are some interesting things to see, but you're going to have to pay attention and look around while you're out here, because you never know what you're going to see. But like I say, you know, if you want to see what these trails look like, well, I'm zoomed out here again. Let me, wrong way. I zoomed out for when I was looking at the deer back there, and I forgot to put it back out, so that might have been a little shaky walking through here. But yeah, down Purtis Creek, hike some trails, check it out. It is beautiful, peaceful and quiet out here. You get to meet some interesting people occasionally here on the trails. So yeah, I enjoy the heck out of it. Anyways, you know, if you want to see more of the trails, like I say, go to my channel, The Camping Life with Tim. Check out some of the trail hike videos here for Purtis Creek Park. You know, check out some of the videos of other parks that I've been to, and you know, who knows? Maybe we'll see you out here on the trail. Alright, let's take a look at the pricing here at Purtis Creek State Park for the campsites and the pavilion. Campsites, here on the website it says there are 56 campsites, but when I went around and checked the campsites to see how level they were, what they had to offer, yeah, there are 59, but the website says there are 56, so evidently they must have added a few more on to it. Anyways, for your RV trailer, and you can set up a tent in these camping areas, there are, like I say, 59 campsites, 8 people per camp. Has the picnic table on a slab, doesn't have any type of cover over top of it, so you know, you might want to bring an awning or a canopy rather to set over top of it, but you know, there is quite a bit of shade there, so you may not need it. Anyways, it has water hookup. Electricity is 20 and 30 amp only. There is no sewage hookup, but there is a sewage dump close, you know, to the trailer park. Also, it has a lantern pole. The restrooms and showers, they are nearby. Yeah, it is $20 a night. On the primitive sites, that's where, you know, you're going to have to carry your stuff or hike your stuff back into these campsites. There's 13 sites back in there, and I will tell you that yeah, if you're going to use like a wagon to haul a lot of your camping gear back in, make sure you got one that's got the bigger tires on it, because if it has the little tires on it, it's not going to last, because there are some big roots, some ditches, rocks, you know, humps that you're having to kind of navigate up and over, and if it's a little tire, it's probably not going to hold up, so get you something a little bit bigger. You are going to have to hike back in roughly maybe a quarter to a half a mile to the campsites. They are listed A through M. There is a outhouse back there at the junction before you make the right to go to the primitive campsites, which will start with A and go through M, or you can go straight and come from the other direction, start with M and come back to A. But there is an outhouse there. No electric, no water. They do keep these real clean out there. So yeah, if you're going to go use that outhouse out there, you better bring a light with you, because you close that door, you are going to be in the dark. So keep that in mind. There's no water, no electric out here on the primitive campsites. There is a fire ring with a grill on top of it, and of course right now they're having a burn ban, so not going to be able to have any fires. The trail is roughly about 1.6, 1.7 miles, the whole complete trail out there. So yeah, that's the primitive campsites. Let's take a look here. Oh, it's $10 a night for those. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, but yeah, it's $10 a night. Now let's go down here and look at the pavilion that they have. The pavilion, it's for more like a big group, a wedding party, anniversary, birthday, a family reunion, probably more down that line. It is a pretty good size. It will hold, well, I don't know if it'll hold, you are allowed up to 100 people in this site. It does have an outdoor grill. It's a pretty good size. It does have a large fire pit. But like I say, can't do any fires right now because of the burn ban. Water is just pretty much right outside of the building, for being able to get water to cook or clean your dishes. It does have interior lights and ceiling fans, so if you're out there and it gets dark on you and you're still having your gathering, you're covered there, because it does have that. The restrooms are nearby. The pavilion, it is covered. And pretty much right across the street in the circle there, there's a volleyball court. So, hey, that's kind of cool. If you got a big group and, got kids or some of the younger adults want to get out there and have a volleyball game, oh, you're good to go. Also, you're right there close to the, swimming area. So if kids want to go swimming, you're right there. There is also a playground area right there close. Pretty much over there by the restrooms, but there is a place for younger children to be able to have some fun as well. You have to reserve this, and it is $50 a day usage out there. Yeah, your park fee when you come into the park is $5 a person. For anyone 13 and older, anyone 12 and younger, they're going to get in free. But you can get a park pass. It's like $70 for the year. It's good pretty much at all state parks, but to me, it can be a benefit to get the park pass, especially if you go to parks quite a bit. Whether it's just one particular park, or you go check out other parks that are in the area, and you got a big family. Yeah, it does become beneficial, because everyone that's in your car, whether it's friends, other friends of the kids, that want to go to the park, everybody in the car is going to get in free. So, yeah, it is beneficial to have a park pass if you're going to be going and spending a lot of time there at the park. These parks are great. Get out there and spend a day today use. Use one of the picnic tables or standing grill to have you a cookout. Kids go swimming, do a little fishing. You got a boat, you go out there on the water. There's trails around to hike. Roughly about 4 miles of trails, give or take a little bit. But they are awesome to hike out there. You may see some wildlife, because yeah, they are there, and you will see some of it in my videos, because I was lucky enough to come across some wildlife while I was out there filming. So yeah, come and enjoy these parks. Do a little camping. they're always awesome to get out and spend the day with the family, get away from the everyday work life, city noise, construction. Get out there and just relax and have fun, peace and quiet, being in nature, being able to see the wildlife, listen to the sounds. When you're out there on them trails, it's just so surreal. It's almost like you're having a dream, or you're just in another world. It's just so cool as can be. So you never know what you're going to see out there at the trails, but yeah, check them out. If you're anywhere near Eustis, Texas, or Athens, or Malakoff, or not Malakoff, but Maybank, yeah, go check out Purtis Creek State Park. It's worth the time to come visit and spend a day with your family. So anyways, that kind of gives you the lowdown on the prices and the things to do. You will see in the video where we go through the different areas, take a look at some of the trails. Now, we didn't walk all the trails, just kind of give you kind of a little bit of the footage, what they're like going into them just a little ways. But we talked about them. But if you want to see more of what the trails are like, you can always go to my channel, The Camping Life with Tim, and scroll down through my videos, and you will find other videos there at Purtis Creek Park where I did the trail hikes. They are going to be the full video, so you're going to get to see the whole trail, but it'll give you a little bit better view of what the terrain is like, what the trails are like, whether you're hiking or whether you're biking. Now, I do want to say that over on the Beaver Slide Trail, where the primitive campsites are, that is hiking only. No bikes are permitted on that trail. So, yeah. Hit that subscribe button and check out some more of my videos on this park and other parks that I've been to. This is probably the final video for this park review. I hope you enjoy them. Be sure to go check them all out. And I believe my next park is probably going to be Lake Tawakoni. That's what most people call it, but excuse me, it's actually called Lake Tawakoni, which was named after the Indian tribe, the Tawakoni Indians. So that will be coming out in the near future, so keep an eye out for it. And yeah, hope you enjoy these videos. And hey, who knows? Maybe I'll see you out there on the trail.